taking a break from some yard work, but I wanted to go ahead and talk about a wind deflector. When I first started in 21, I've done a wide range of loads, high profile, low profile, pipe, equipment, a lot of different things, and I found how you load this thing and what you load on it can affect your fuel mileage. And as fuel started to increase in price, I started looking at a wind deflector, but I didn't see very many people having one. It was rare to see it. There was a few here and there. So I started researching them, looking into them. A lot of people were saying they really weren't worth doing. But then earlier this year, at the beginning of this year, I did take on a direct customer. They wanted me to move around their trash compactors. And these things are pretty high profile. I've moved a couple trash compactors before I had this account. Now, when I would load something like that on here, they're about close to 13,000 pounds. And my fuel mileage would dip down until 7 to 8 miles to the gallon, which has a pretty good effect. So as I started doing this, I started taking a wind deflector a little bit more serious. So I noticed one day they had a scrap pile, and I asked if I could have some scrap metal, make a wind deflector. They said no problem. So what I ended up doing was I got a sheet of metal from their scrap bin. Here, I'll show it to you. And it's an 1/8 inch thick. It's 30 inches tall, 50 inches wide, and I don't know the exact angle, but I set this, I'm thinking right around 30. I kind of eyeballed it for what I wanted. Now, if you do a little bit of research, it's going to tell you the angle is anywhere from 20 to 45. I thought 45 was a little extreme. So since I carry compactors, what I did was, where I carry the compactor is about 13 feet back, right about here. So looking at the angle of that deflection, it looked like it would do what I needed. And so far it has. When I carry a compactor or something high profile now, I can get about anywhere from mid 11 to 12.2 miles a gallon. So that's pretty good, considering it was dropping me down until the 8 range. Well, another consideration is I went ahead and loaded something up, and I was in a hurry, and I had them put it back by the axles and balance it, but I didn't pay attention to the high side of it. So the high side was back by the axles instead of up here by the toolbox where I normally have it, where I have the air deflector at. My fuel mileage, it dipped down to 9.9 miles to the gallon. So it did make a difference, and it reminded me, hey, take a moment, position your load right. So that's what I did. And now this air deflector, wind deflector, I have it set up on a hinge system. So I welded 3 heavy-duty hinges at the bottom of it on the cross member of the neck, and then I've got 2 support braces there. They're 24 inches. So this is adjustable. I can move those supports all the way up and set it at something like a 45, or I can let it completely flat. So what I've been doing is actually running with it at this angle all the time. It's been no effect when I'm empty, really, and that way I never have to mess with it. It's fine the way it is. So now I guess you could also say, if you want to look into some of the other benefits of it, maybe with different platforms as well as this, if you get it on some lighter equipment, it can help stabilize the trailer, helps deflect the wind up over the load, especially if you have something that could be damaged. So that's a benefit there. It can help deflect some debris, possible debris over your load. Also, when you're deflecting the wind, it's a little less stress on your powertrain. So there's a few benefits to this besides just the wind deflection. Other than that, if you're on long hauls, you're doing about 10,000 miles a month, 2 to 3, maybe sometimes 4 miles to the gallon savings will add up, and throughout the year it'll definitely add up and save you a lot of money. So it's been worth it for me. Again though, I got the scrap metal from an account, and it took me about an afternoon to do it, between sanding off the paint, welding it on, and then sanding it, cleaning it, primering it, painting it. It's been worth it. Takes a little bit of time, but it's definitely worth doing, I think.